Welcome back once again, all of my low carb friends, and for those of you who are here for the first time, welcome. Today I have another quick keto bread recipe for you. Today I am going to show you how to make quick keto cinnamon crunch biscuits. These are great for breakfast with your morning cup of coffee, or if you just want a little snack that has a little hint of a sweet taste, these are perfect. And if you want a printable version of this recipe, you can check out my website at janetsdeliciouslowcarbkitchen.com. You can find a printable version of this recipe and other goodies there for you. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see lots of easy, delicious, low-carb keto recipes, make sure you click that subscribe button and click the notification bell that's right next to the subscribe button. That way you can be notified every time I put out videos, at least every Wednesday and Saturday. And if you'd like to help support the channel, make sure you scroll down in the description of the video. You'll see some affiliate links. Anytime you purchase anything using those affiliate links, a small portion of your purchase will go to me and help support the channel. So, while we do all that, let's get cooking. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Line an 8-inch round cake pan with parchment paper or a silicone baking mat, then set it aside for a minute. Place 112 grams or around 1 cup of coconut flour in a large food processor. Add 1/4 cup of cold butter that's been chopped into cubes. I know normally I always tell you guys room temperature with your ingredients, but in this case, cold butter works best. Pulse the butter and the coconut flour together about 2 to 3 times or just until the mixture is crumbly. Add 15 grams or around 1 tablespoon of baking powder. 25 grams or around 2 tablespoons of the granulated sweetener of your choice. I'm using granulated monk fruit sweetener. You can use whatever granulated sweetener you want to. You can also adjust this more or less depending on how sweet you want your biscuits. If you don't want them to be sweet at all, you can leave this out completely. That's totally up to you. If you want to, you can add some dry spices for a little bit more flavor in your biscuit. I'm adding a teaspoon of ground cinnamon to it. Add 2 ounces or around 4 tablespoons of cream cheese. Make sure that the cream cheese has also been cut into small cubes just like the butter was. It just makes it easier to process. Pulse everything together again for about 2 to 3 more times or until everything is fully combined. Add 2 large room temperature eggs. Then process on high for about 15 to 20 seconds just until the eggs are fully combined. If you need to, you can stop your mixer and scrape down the sides of the bowl as needed. Add 170 grams or around 2/3 cup of thick Greek yogurt or sour cream. And make sure this is thick Greek yogurt, not traditional yogurt. The Greek yogurt is thicker and helps to hold the ingredients together and make a softer, more moist dough. Again, process on high for another 15 to 20 seconds or until everything is fully combined and you have a smooth dough that forms. If you need to, you can stop the processor and scrape down the bowl as needed. Once the dough has formed, we're going to test the dough by scooping it onto a lined work surface. Then form the dough into a smooth ball and kind of roll the dough ball around a little bit to make sure that it is holding its shape well. Then take a smaller portion of dough in your hand and roll it around in a ball and just kind of play with it a little bit in your hands a little bit. You're just making sure that your dough is staying together well and it is not falling apart. This dough is going to be moist and it is going to be sticky, but it should not be sticking to your hands. It should easily release from your fingers. If it's sticking to your hands a lot and it's not easily releasing from your hands or not holding its shape well, then just add very small amounts more coconut flour until it is not sticky to your fingers. Once you have the right texture of dough, scoop out 1/4 cup of the dough and roll it into a smooth, tight ball. Then place it into your prepared cake pan. Continue to scoop the dough out 1/4 cup at a time until all the dough has been scooped and rolled and placed into your prepared cake pan. Make sure when you are rolling the dough that you keep the dough smooth at all times. Make sure there are no cracks. Use your hands and flatten the tops of each one of the dough balls. When you have your biscuits all placed in your cake pan and they're flattened out, they should be touching side to side by each other. There shouldn't be any space in between them. You want them kind of nestled together. Set your biscuits aside for just 1 second. In a small bowl, use a fork and whisk together 13 grams or around 1 tablespoon of the brown sweetener of your choice and 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon until they are completely combined. Then set that aside for 1 second. Melt 2 tablespoons of butter Then brush the melted butter over the tops of your shaped biscuits. Then sprinkle your desired amount of the brown sugar sweetener cinnamon mixture over the top of your biscuits. You don't have to use it all. It's all up to you. Once the biscuits are shaped and topped with the butter and sweetener, place them in your preheated oven. Bake at 400 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes or until the biscuits are golden and a tester comes out clean. Once the biscuits are done baking, remove them from the oven and allow them to cool in the pan for about 20 minutes or so, or just until they've firmed up. Once the biscuits are firm, remove them from the cake pan and transfer them to a wire rack. Then allow them to cool completely before slicing and filling with butter or any filling of your choice. All right, we are back with my little biscuit. If you can see that there, it's got the nice crunchy cinnamon top to it. Feels like it's nice and soft all the way around. I let mine cool to room temperature, and then I popped it in the microwave for a couple seconds, for like 10-15 seconds, I think. Then I just put a little bit of butter on it, let it melt in there. So if you can see the center of that, nice and soft looking, smells good. Smells nice and cinnamony. I like cinnamon. So let's see what this tastes like. It looks all soft in the middle and got that nice little crunchy texture on the outside that it's supposed to have. Let's see what this tastes like. Yummy. Very good. That's going to taste really good with a cup of coffee in the morning. Excellent. That'd be a nice little, perfect little breakfast there. Got the protein in it with the yogurt and the cream cheese. If you're not wanting this biscuit to have a sweet hint to it, you can always leave the sweetener out and you can add yeast to it, and that will give it the taste and texture of more of like a traditional breakfast type biscuit. Really, really good. I really like that. That's very, very tasty for a good breakfast or anytime biscuit. It's very tasty. You can eat these immediately. If you do have any leftovers, you can store them in an airtight container at room temperature for up to 3 days, or in an airtight container in your refrigerator for up to 5 days, or in a freezer-safe airtight container in your freezer for up to 3 months. Eat and enjoy. And that's our recipe of the day. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you want to see more videos like this, make sure you click that thumbs up like button, click that subscribe button, leave me a comment if you want to. Let me know if there's any recipes that you'd like to learn how to make, and I'll do what I can to get those out there for you. And as always, keep cooking.